a tool
Well, I
in
don't
the
even
whole.
know. Satan is let loose from his bottomless pit to gin the whole world up against God once again.
Mhm.
So Satan is let loose. Who's letting him loose?
God is.
Right. He is let loose from the bottomless pit, which obviously is not really
Right.
bottomless if he's right
Right.
there. You're like, hello.
Yeah, the
And his
concordant version calls it the submerged chaos.
now then you said that he's gonna gin the whole world up against God once again.
Mhm.
Now you specifically use the Muslim demon turn right there, but
Yeah.
it's appropriate when we're talking about when we're talking about Satan, right?
Yeah.
But he's not the bad guy, and if he's ginning up anything, especially ideas, wouldn't that require people to have the ability to choose things for that to have any effect at all? Like if you can't rebel without um dissent.
Mhm.
So if he's ginning up dissent, like you have to have a choice between two things to say, hey, this would be better than that. It's my issue with the war in heaven.
Mhm.
It's not like the rejection of man rejecting the Bible's tale about God here on earth. This is like angels who don't have to rely on a Bible. They're in his presence and they manage to find fault and rebel. If that's true, we have to kind of rethink what this is all about then. It's fine for us
Mhm.
to rebel because we don't have the big picture. We
Mhm.
don't sit at the feet of our king.
And I contend that not even the angels have the big picture. They're limited in their understanding as well. And we get this from Paul's letter to the Ephesian saints.
Fair enough, but then why would we expect that we would know any more than they did once we're on the other side of the curtain? If they didn't know and they were of son status, B'nai Elohim, sons of God, if they're at family status with God, and they still don't know enough about Him not to rebel. How reclusive is the God? How out of contact does he remains? Is he even unknowable in the world to come, the life to come? Is he unknowable then too?
I wouldn't say unknowable. I would say there's more to learn because the language that I get from Paul out of Ephesians is that they will learn the multifarious wisdom of God from us, from the church, which is his body. They will see the multifarious wisdom of God. So that indicates that they don't see it yet. They don't see the multifarious wisdom of God just yet. They're like us to some degree. They're darkened, their minds are darkened. God imprisons all in unbelief. And it's the wisdom of God to make sure that the world does not know God. And so I have no trouble with believing that it's the wisdom of God that angels don't know jack shit either.
So he doesn't want us to know anything right now.
Not right now.
So
If
what are you
those
studying
if
there, Chief?
those if those bad boys of heaven actually knew what they were doing, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory.
So what are you doing?
Having fun.
You're not trying to get to know God through his book. You're just having some fun.
Doing the best I can with the tools I have.
Well, that's what we're all doing.
Mm-hmm.
What we're all doing. Okay, well, thank you for explaining that.
Yeah, I think it when Satan is let loose from his bottomless pit, I think it's confused everybody. I've never heard a really great explanation of it, except my own explanation that it's the design of God to show that even the 1,000-year reign of Christ will be of no help if the idea is that we can save ourselves. Because
I'm
we
just tired of Satan getting the bad rap. He's clearly an employee. He's just doing
Exactly.
his damn job, and everybody is crapping on him. And he's got the hardest job of anyone in the Bible because he gets the blame. He gets the
Uh-huh.
blame for everything. He's got the hardest job.
Mhm.
God, this is something that God can't do himself. God cannot lie to people and stuff like that. He has to send deceiving spirits.
Mhm.
I wonder if he wants to be hidden, if he's not using Satan for that exact purpose. Maybe that Satan's whole purpose is to be the one that obscures God away from being visible. Like he's responsible for creating all the chaff to make it impossible to see God behind it.
Sounds right to me.
It just makes me wonder why God wants to be so hidden when all we want to do is know him. That's all I've ever wanted.
Mhm.
And he refuses to be known.
At the
If
moment. Mhm.
I have no guarantee that I can trust that I'll ever know him. I mean, I'd like to believe that. You know I would.
Uh-huh.
I just I'm not convinced. He doesn't have to convince me. He can do whatever he wants, but I'm entitled to feel the way I feel about what he's doing if this is his plan. Because if I treated my children like this, they'd have every right to hate me.
And I have some of my kids who hate me even though I've treated them good.
I know what you mean. I know
Yeah,
exactly what you mean.
it just you can't control the outcome. You just do the best you can with the tools you have.
But you know that you made mistakes, just like I know I made mistakes. We're not going to sit here and pretend that we're perfect the way that God does.
Right. And some of those mistakes are just, the best we could do with a lousy card, a lousy hand of cards.
Well, that's where there's a distinct difference because the best that we can do is extraordinarily minuscule compared to the best that an all powerful being can do. Can you tell me the
Mm,
limit of what God's best is? Can you even
no,
begin to quantify it?
no.
So if I'm not able to be where at my kid's first day of school, or I'm not able to invest myself, or maybe not even able, maybe I am just not inclined. There's other things that I want to do than take my kid or go to my kid's first football game or whatever the failure that I might have had was. God has
Mhm,
no such issue. He can't have any of the issues that I have. So trying to relate to him as a man, it's really not doing him justice, and it's cutting him a lot of slack in a lot of ways too.
mhm,
Because I might not be able to make it somewhere on time, but he's already there because he's already everywhere.
mhm,
He's already everywhere, Ace, but he won't talk to me. It's not like I'm asking him to come on a long journey from the heavens. If he's already everywhere and he's already in my room with me, if I was in the same room with my kid and he wanted to talk, I'd say, "What's up, kiddo? What you got on your mind?" God doesn't have the courtesy to even do that. He's more of an absentee father than I could have ever been, in my opinion. But I'm sure it's all the big picture stuff that I don't see. That this is all, him teaching me to self-soothe like you would a child, that cries when you leave the room. So you put him in the playpen and let him cry it out. Let him go for an hour or so of feeling lost and lonely. It feels like an eternity to them, like a lifetime. Then you come back in the room and they're all relieved because you still exist. That's all I'm wanting God to do is come back in the freaking room and just yep, still exist. Everything's cool, kid. You're fine. You're safe in your playpen. I'll be back in another couple hours. Maybe if he feels the urge to give me a diaper change while he visits too. That's all I'm looking for, Ace.
Uh-huh.
For God to be at least as good of a father as me, if not better. I would expect better. But I'm just a human and my expectations are meaningless to him. Go ahead, call me Jesse Pinkman.
What are you telling yourself that's got you upset?
Howdy, Halsey.
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Upon
Yay.
occasion.
Yeah.